What is up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I refresh my curly sew-in. I've had this sew-in for about 2 weeks now, so I think it's time for me to go through and comb it out. I did let it get a little matted, so that has absolutely nothing to do with the hair itself. I just didn't comb through it like I should have been. So if you want to see how I got my curly sew-in to come back to life, then go ahead and keep watching, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the video. Hey y'all. Okay, so my hair looks a hot mess. It is looking bad. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and refresh this curly sew-in that I got about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is sectioning out my real hair. I'm going to put that away so I can focus on the curly hair. I'm not washing my leave out because for this specific curly hair, I did have to blow my hair out and straighten it just a little bit. And I don't want to put any more heat on my hair, so I'm going to leave it as it is. And I'm just going to focus on the curly hair. And then I'm going to recurl the leave out hair without putting any more heat on it. Well, I'm going to put heat on it, but I'm not going to put like the whole blow drying straightening process. I'm just going to wand curl it. So you see me putting up that section of hair, and then I'm just gonna go through and section out the curly hair. So this curly hair is actually from Indie Hair. And I really did like this hair. I like these bundles. They're really good. The only thing that I can say that I don't like is they're a little tangly. So they kind of remind me of, they remind me of the hair that you put in like the goddess braids, or is that what they're called? Not goddess braids, the boho braids. They remind me of boho hair. That's what they remind me of. And the hair itself, when you first get it and all that, it's great. I love it. But if you don't keep up with it and maintain it like every single day, it does tangle up and it starts to feel kind of like the boho hair type of texture. So I'm going to be going through this with water and mousse, and I'm going to be using a leave-in conditioner. And the reason I'm using that leave-in conditioner is because I don't really like it. I just kind of have it sitting in my cabinet, and I don't use it on my real hair, so I feel like I might as well use it on this hair. So I'm applying this all over, and then I'm going to be going through and detangling it. And when I detangle it, I like to use a wide tooth comb before I use a defining brush, just because, like I said, this hair is really tangly, and I feel like any curly hair, it needs a wide tooth comb anyway. But this hair specifically, I needed a wide tooth comb because look at that. I was trying to get through it, and it was biting me. It was hitting me. It was punching me back. But after I get through it and I detangle everything, I'm going to add that mousse on top, and then I'm going to be using my defining brush. Yeah, I'm going to be using my defining brush just to get the curls to pop a little bit more. And once I go through it with the defining brush, I'm going to like shake it a little bit. And I don't know if that actually does anything, but in my opinion, it does, because it makes me feel like the curls are like cultivating together. I don't know. I shake it before I go on to the next section because I feel like that helps. So I'm just gonna speed through this part because when I first made the video, I thought it was satisfying watching me comb through the curls, but then I realized, I was like, this is taking a really long time, so I'm gonna speed through that. And we're gonna get to the scrunching. So I scrunch my hair because I feel like it definitely helps the curls bounce back. I do this with any type of curly hair. I also do this with my real hair. I feel like it just helps a whole lot. And I'm gonna be going through and sectioning again and doing the exact same thing that I did the first time. I'm going through with the water, with the leave-in, and then with the mousse, all that good stuff. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. The curls look hydrated and refreshed. They look so much better than they looked when we started. So I'm gonna continue, like I said, to comb through all of this. This is actually really, really thick hair. Like, this is a lot of hair. This actually took me almost 2 hours to do, and I hate to say that, but it did. It took me about 2 hours. But look at the result. It's starting to look really cute, even without, it being dry all the way. Once I finish going through and detangling all of it and putting the leave-in on it, I get a final like a final handful of mousse, and I put it all over the hair just to create a little bit of hole, kind of like a cast almost, but not really. And look how defined that is. That looks so freaking pretty. But I'm going to be using a diffuser on my hair because I don't have time to let it air dry. I ain't got time for all that. We already did this for 2 hours and So I'm going to be using my diffuser, and I use my diffuser on medium heat and high blow. So my blow dryer has different settings. So I use it on the high air and the medium heat, just because I don't want to like mess up the hair by putting it on super high heat. So once I go through and lift up all the roots and get it, I want to say like 80 to 85% dry, I'm going to go ahead and put that up so I can start to work on my leave out. I'm going through my leave out with a pencil curler. I don't have a wand curler, so I just use this little tiny curler that I got from my hair store for like $10. And it works just like a wand curler, so I'm not complaining. But I'm just going to be wrapping that around my real hair. And I'm doing kind of loose curls because this hair is a little bit on the looser side. I think it's like a something curly, deep curly something. I don't know. But it's not tightly curled. So I'm going to make my curls loose. That way I can kind of like swoop them into the other curls. It's not going to make sense right now, but it'll make sense when you see it. So I'm going to go through and do each and every little curl. I'm making sure that I take small sections just because I took some bigger sections. Like I tried to cheat halfway through, and those bigger sections I had to go back through and I had to recurl them because they weren't blending with the bundle hair. So just save yourself some trouble. Do the little sections. It's worth it. I promise. So now you see me separating the curls. The reason that I separated them is because if you leave them bulky like that, they're not going to blend with the weave. I don't know why I said that. I feel like that's common sense, but I'm trying to be thorough with my explanation. So any pieces that weren't curling in with the hair, I just went back through with the curling tool and I recurled it. So I kind of took a section of my real hair and a section of the bundle hair and I curled it together on the curling wand. And I feel like that makes it look more seamless. I did that a lot more towards the front versus the back because I can't see the back, so I don't know what the back looks like. But after doing that, I'm going to start doing my edges. And I know my edges were looking crazy this whole entire time, but they're going to look cute when I'm done. Okay. I use the gummy wax, and that's been my favorite edge control right now because it's not super liquidy and it also doesn't leave a white cast on my hair. So I've been loving the gummy wax. Somebody on TikTok put me on. But I'm also going to be taking a pencil straightener and I'm going to be curling my edges. You don't have to curl your edges, but I do just because I feel like it gives it more of like a wispy type of look to it. But you don't have to. So after I finish curling up my edges, I'm just going to lay them down. Everybody knows how to lay a little edge, okay? So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But I did want to say that I use my mousse before I use the gummy wax because I feel like it gives those soft baby hair type of thing going on. But the only thing with that is if you don't work quickly, your hair can frizz up. So you don't have to do that, but I prefer to do that because I don't want my edges stuck down to my forehead, you know? But it's all optional. Okay, so once I'm done doing my edges, I am going to do my makeup off camera and I'm going to come back so I can show you guys my fully dried hair. So I'm going to be going through this with a pick. And the reason I'm going through it with a pick is because I want a little bit more volume. I really don't like flat hair. I like my hair to look big. I like it to look very voluminous. So the pick just helps with that. But this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you love my hair because I love my hair. I think it looks really good. It looks a lot better than it did when we started. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning into my tutorial. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the post notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.